Stuart Law, a match that probably needed at least a couple more sessions, heavily affected by rain. If you'd had a couple more down overnight, perhaps it might have been a bit easier for you guys to boss the game a bit more today. But in the end, Kent obviously made a good stint of it in their second innings.
Yeah, look, and to lose nearly the best part of 2 days to rain, and the times we had to bat under lights in misty, rainy conditions, to get to where we did in the game, to have a lead and then force an issue or force the game along. It was just a bridge too far for us in the end. Having gone to them this morning and wanting to play a game, they flatly refused and just wanted it to peter out to a draw, and they got their wish.
Dave Fulton had a quiet whisper. He was one of the BBC commentators for this and said to them this morning, any chance, and they kind of said that they weren't interested. I guess that was pretty disappointing for you guys, because actually in the end that pitch flattened out the last 2 sessions.
It did, yeah.
Which obviously would have carried as much threat to you guys as chance it would have for them.
Yeah, 100%, and you got to think it's just over 2 days old, that pitch, and it's probably at its best. The sun was shining. When the sun shines down here, it's generally a flat wicket, so for them not to entertain, the thought of a run chase at the end, all the sake of for one player was a bit disappointing for us. But that's the way they wanted to play. We couldn't entice them into a game, and unfortunately for the game of cricket, we lost out. I
guess they figured if Denley went big enough, then maybe they'd be able to force a bit of third innings pressure late today themselves.
Yeah, maybe. We'll never know now, will we?
No. With the pitch flattening this afternoon, it was becoming to the point where Robson and Eskinazi obviously were battling incredibly well, but with it flattening, that must have been in your thoughts with the declaration before tea, perhaps, that hold on a minute, this is getting easier to battle, we need to be careful ourselves here.
Yeah, it's one of those. I mean, we got ourselves into a really good position. You don't want to hand it back to the opposition on a plate. The way we played in this game, they probably didn't deserve an easy run chase, so we had to make it difficult for them to get, but also try and make it enticing for them. But we just ran out of time and ran out of overs. Had it been a declaration from them straight up, we would have gone real hard to get some a valuable lead and probably put on a good game in the afternoon. But it's not to be.
Performance levels. Actually, across all 3 games, there were points in the Hampshire match where Middlesex felt. I know Stephen Eskinazi spoke about it at the end. A big 45 minutes they let go in the second innings. And that 45 minutes probably would have won the match for Middlesex. And in this game as well, after a tough start, an incredible performance by Robbie actually put Middlesex in the box seat.
Yeah, no, he applied himself beautifully in the most difficult conditions. Playing for a lot there, the young man, and stood head and shoulders, showed a great temperament, great technique, and quietly accumulated his runs. And earned the right to hit his boundaries at the end of the spinners. But we got something out of the game. I believe we got some really young players playing. Now it's a great opportunity this shortened season to give those guys opportunity to see what they have. And some of them are on the last year of their contract, so pretty hard to let a guy go if you don't give an opportunity. And that's what we're trying to do.
I was going to say, for Robbie, he's been around a long while. Chances come and chances go, and sometimes chances come in tough situations, but you have to try and take them. This was an incredibly tough situation again for him in this match, and that innings was pretty masterful, wasn't it?
It was, mate. As I said before, showed great concentration, great skill, and adapted to what the pitch required is from batsmen. There's no big booming drives. He hit the ball very late, let the ball come right up to under his eyes, and on the swinging, seaming pitches in those conditions, that's what you need to do. You can't hit booming cover drives all day. He just waited for the ball that was in his slot and he put it away. So, great opportunity for him. I keep saying to the boys, it's not about getting opportunities, it's about grabbing opportunities, and he certainly did that.
Jack Davis did it as well with his 90-minute innings. He was disappointed not to get more runs, but he displayed what you talked about. Look, when the runs aren't there, you dig in, and that's what he did.
He did, mate. Didn't score the runs, but he showed a calmness out on the crease, and a kid in his debut was, in those conditions, showing a calmness like that was, head and shoulders, above what we've been, wanting to see. So he's got some character. He's got some stroke play as well. He just needs to, understand that once you do get an opportunity, you can't let it slide like you do, or like he did. But there's something in there for him. I reckon we can turn him into a really good top order player.
You wanted that Chase set up this morning. 'Cause obviously it's a big day. Hampshire got their win. Essex and Sussex tussling at the moment. Of course, it's Sussex next up, then Essex away. Middlesex will hope that the weather's kind and that keeps it in Middlesex's hands, which is another thing about taking 8 points from this game, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. You know, it would have been nice to have won today, or had the opportunity to win a game today. You know, we're not out of the fight really. You know, depending on what happens with Essex and Sussex, you know, puts a lot on, you know, next Saturday. You know, we just got to keep turning up. I know there's people out there who don't believe we're doing the right thing or don't think we've got the goods, but I'm quite happy to continue to show people that, you know, we are the underdogs in this group. If we continue to play like we are, we're going to upset a few people.
Do you feel like that, the underdogs? Because again, the performance levels have been very high across the.
Well, we are the
matches,
underdogs, mate. If you read the press and understand, you know, we're the lowest division team here. Sussex in the same division, but whooped us twice last year, so we are the underdogs.
So the performance levels so far then are pretty pleasing.
That's right, yeah, unbelievably so. And you know, I know a lot of people don't think that, but you know, us, the people that matter in this dressing room, we know what we're trying to achieve, and you know, we're going a long way to doing that.